Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about the Nova/Nova Prime build. As most of you can probably tell, we're in Draco right now. I picked this mission because it's an interception. I plan on soloing this mission so that I can show you some of the advantages of using Nova. Normally these interception missions are very hard to do when there's only one person, because you need to take care of all 4 of the towers or whatever they're called. But with Nova, you see that range on my M Prime? I cast it once and it will slow the entire map. Like you see those guys over there? They're also slowed. However, you do need to recast because as you kill the enemies, new ones will spawn. And obviously the new enemies won't have the slow effect on them. Oh, I need to mention, the radius of the M Prime, like this huge dome around us, it's not affected by range. Power range will only affect the explosion radius of the targets who die, but as you can see, the radius is still pretty big. I have narrow-minded on. But the way M Prime actually works is that it expands, as you can see, at a constant speed. So of course, the longer it is allowed to expand, the larger the maximum range. You see how large that dome is? You'll see in my build that I don't even have my range mods maxed out. So the actual capability of M Prime is greater than what you're seeing right now. But anyways, with this awesome slow, defending all 4 towers all alone is no longer a problem. I can show you the rest of this mission later, but let's go ahead and get into the build. This is going to be a slow Nova build because I believe that is much more practical for higher level content. The complete build is going to take up to 3 forma, even though I have 6 capacity left with the Exilus mod. You can see that some of my mods still have quite a bit of ranking up to do, so I would say, yeah, you need 3 forma. Let me explain real quick. The aura slot is going to be a dash straight out of the box. I have absolutely no problem with that. Both energy siphon and corrosive projection are really good choices. Now before I say anything else, one mod you can switch out is redirection. It only makes you slightly tankier, but then again you're way too fragile without it. Feel free to change this build whatever way you like. This is just some idea on how to mod this Warframe. Now here's a suggestion. Use Streamline instead of Fleeting Expertise. Of course you want some efficiency because you're going to be spamming your 4 quite a lot. And Blind Rage is actually going to bring down that efficiency a little bit, so Streamline counteracts that. So in that case, why would we need Blind Rage? Let me show you. With the decreased much needed power strength, our percentage slow will actually decrease to 60%, as you can see right here. And if you put it back on, then it will go to 75%. Your slow percentage is affected by power strength only. Now 75% is the max, so if you don't believe me, let's slap on a higher level Blind Rage and see what happens. So yeah, it's 75%, it doesn't change anything. So you would be sacrificing your efficiency for basically nothing. So I think rank 2 Blind Rage is good enough. You can't expect your M Prime explosion to kill higher level enemies anyways. And your other major damage dealing ability, the antimatter drop, absorbs external damage to increase its own damage. So you really don't need to sacrifice efficiency for a little bit more damage on that thing. But anyways, maximize your duration and try not to use Fleeting Expertise. It's minus 60% duration, which is not worth. You have energy restores, so efficiency is really not that important. The Exilus mod that I'm using is Handspring, and that's only a personal preference. You don't need to really worry about it. For example, if you're unhappy with the explosion radius, you can use the newest drift mods to improve that. But honestly, explosion radius is not that important. It's already big enough even with narrow-minded. And really, you can't count on it to kill lane enemies like I said before. Plus, Nova is usually used in defensive missions. In those kinds of missions, the enemies come in waves, and they'll be standing right next to each other. But hey, you can definitely go for an AoE caster build. Nobody can stop you from doing so. Alright guys, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.
We cannot allow the enemy to learn of our espionage. Eliminate the remaining enemy personnel.
Come on!
More data is being broadcasted. Are you willing to risk going back into the field?